In typical puppet fashion, mainstream media and big tech collude to make sure everyone is distracted by this.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow!
I'm not saying this was staged, even though it was on a stage, and it happened between two actors, and Rock kept his hands behind his back, and the Oscars were in desperate need of a ratings boost. No, this is clearly real. As PolitiFact points out, it's only pure coincidence this was sponsored by Pfizer, and there is no evidence it has any relation to Pfizer's alopecia drug anticipated to come out next year. But while many remain distracted by all that, I'm still bringing you what's ignored, sensationalized, unbalanced, misleading, or just plain false. Here's your media malfeasance for the last week of March. In a remarkable about-face, MSM is now at least acknowledging the authenticity of the Hunter Biden laptop. But we won't forget. They went from this.
There's no evidence that Joe Biden actually did anything wrong or did anything to sway things in Hunter Biden's favor. He's denied that his son ever lobbied him for anything.
There is nothing wrong that Vice President Biden did.
Plus calling it Russian disinformation.
Could well be tied to Russian intelligence.
Or a conspiracy theory.
The whole lock 'em up, false conspiracy theories against the Bidens really is stunning.
To now the Washington Post and New York Times come out this week confirming the Hunter Biden laptop, only nearly 2 years too late. It had only been 37 weeks since any of the major networks even uttered the name Hunter Biden. But now,
multiple sources tell CBS News that the federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business practices is broader than previously known.
Federal prosecutors are also looking into how Hunter Biden reported money from business deals in China.
But while CNN will now acknowledge the laptop from hell, even saying what people were banned from saying just last year.
Well, Brianna, this is a very real, very substantial investigation of potentially serious federal crimes.
We know the FBI has possession of it and that they believe it is his laptop, that the contents of it are his.
The propaganda puppets turned their attention to playing cover for the big guy.
It's a not pretty picture, but it's not really of much public import in terms of the policy of the United States.
I guess they just won't look at the evidence of entanglement, like intermingled bank accounts with the big guy and his cut of 10%. Play cover all you want, but we will not forget your censorship, demonization, and writing off of this story just before the election. As for the justification of your malfeasance using that signed letter making the Russian disinformation claim, here's just one of them now. Former CIA Senior Operations Officer John Cipher. I take special pride in personally swinging the election away from Trump, Cipher says. I lost the election for Trump, then I feel pretty good about my influence. Now, he says that comment was just sarcasm. NPR remains awfully silent. The taxpayer-funded news outlet had no problem mocking the Hunter Biden story before. Any chance there'll be any accountability now that Representative Matt Gaetz has entered a copy of the laptop contents into the congressional record? Good thing there are, in fact, copies, since we can't trust our federal agencies.
They turned over this laptop to the FBI, and what now you're telling me right here is that as the assistant director of FBI Cyber, you don't know where this is after it was turned over to you 3 years ago.
Yes, sir, that's an accurate statement.
Those of us who brought you the story a year and a half ago are still waiting to hear from Leslie Stahl as well.
Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
Can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Again, the Washington Post finally got around to analyzing the laptop and say experts confirm that thousands of emails carry cryptographic signatures attesting to their validity. This after dismissing as fake before the election. WAPO columnist Megan McArdle concedes an actual solution will require the recognition that we in the mainstream media are part of the problem. We are not trusted because we are not entirely trustworthy. And now even MSNBC is forced to admit the tanking approval of the Biden administration.
Since the start of his presidency, 2021, this number, approval of Joe Biden on the economy, has just ticked down and down and down. This is a new low for him on the economy.
Also, you know, it's just a conspiracy theory that those who oppose the parental rights bill in Florida, like Disney, have some secret agenda to indoctrinate our children, right?
Our leadership over there has been so welcoming to my not at all secret gay agenda.
And that's all the time we have with your media malfeasance for the week. I'm Christy Lee.